Imagine 7 million people competing in one nationwide academic competition for a single scholarship. Now imagine the person who beats every single one of them ends up working the night shift at a convenience store. Sounds like the biggest waste of genius ever, right? Well, except it isn't. Because that man is Apu Nahasapeemapetilon from The Simpsons. Most people remember Apu as the guy behind the Kwik-E-Mart counter saying, "Thank you, come again." But that's barely scratching the surface. Hidden behind the jokes is one of the most incredible success stories in the entire Simpsons universe. Apu grew up in Calcutta, India, where he wasn't just smart, he was a once-in-a-generation genius. He entered a nationwide scholarship competition against 7 million other students. Only one person would earn the opportunity to study in America. That one person was Apu. After arriving in Springfield, he attended the Springfield Technical Institute, where he spent 9 years earning a PhD in computer science. During that time, he created an advanced artificial intelligence program capable of playing a perfect game of tic-tac-toe. It sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly the kind of over-the-top genius The Simpsons love to write. So how does someone with that resume end up selling expired hot dogs and lottery tickets? The answer is surprisingly simple. Student loans. Like millions of immigrants chasing the American dream, Apu needed a job to pay his bills. He took what was supposed to be a temporary position at the local Kwik-E-Mart while paying off his education. But then something unexpected happened. He realized he loved business. Instead of becoming another computer scientist working for someone else, Apu embraced entrepreneurship. He learned how to run a profitable convenience store, bought the business, and became his own boss. To everyone else, he looked like a cashier. In reality, he was a successful businessman making his own money while everyone underestimated him. Throughout the series, Apu survived armed robberies, being shot, countless disasters, and the daily chaos of Springfield. Somehow he always bounced back. And somehow he still found enough free time to become a member of the B Sharps, Springfield's chart-topping barbershop quartet. Then his personal life became even crazier. His mother arranged a marriage with a woman named Manjula. At first, Apu tried everything he could to avoid it. Then he met her. Instead of finding disaster, he found the love of his life. But life had one more surprise waiting. Not one baby, not twins, not even triplets. 8 babies. All at once. While most parents struggle with one newborn, Apu and Manjula suddenly became parents to octuplets. Between running a business 24 hours a day and raising 8 children, Apu somehow kept everything together. When you really look at his story, Apu wasn't a failure. He was living the American dream. He arrived in America with nothing, earned one of the highest degrees possible, became a business owner, built a family, and achieved financial independence. That's not a downfall. That's success. But unfortunately, Apu's biggest challenge wasn't inside Springfield. It happened in the real world. In 2017, comedian Hari Kondabolu released a documentary called The Problem with Apu. The documentary argued that Apu had become a harmful stereotype because for decades he was one of the only South Asian characters regularly seen on American television. Many South Asian viewers shared painful stories about being mocked at school by classmates repeating Apu's famous catchphrase, "Thank you, come again," or imitating his accent. The character that millions loved had become, for others, a source of real-life bullying. For nearly 30 years, Apu had been voiced by Hank Azaria. As the criticism grew, Azaria listened. After speaking with members of the South Asian community, including young Indian Americans, he publicly acknowledged that the character had unintentionally caused real harm. In 2020, he stepped away from voicing Apu and apologized, saying he no longer wanted to contribute to something that hurt people. That decision made sense. What happened next is where many fans became disappointed. Instead of hiring a South Asian voice actor and allowing Apu's story to continue, The Simpsons quietly pushed him into the background. No farewell episode, no explanation, no new voice. He simply stopped speaking. Watch newer episodes, and you'll still occasionally see Apu standing in the background. He's there. He just doesn't say anything. For many longtime fans, that's the saddest part because when you look beyond the accent and the jokes, Apu wasn't just a stereotype. He was one of Springfield's smartest, hardest working, and most successful characters. He represented determination, resilience, education, entrepreneurship, and the immigrant dream. Whether you agreed with the controversy or not, one thing is hard to deny. Apu wasn't remembered because he worked at a convenience store. He was remembered because he made an ordinary convenience store owner one of the most unforgettable characters in television history.